Thank you, Bridget, for that introduction. And as she said, I'm Angie from Equine Enrichment, and this is my partner, Romeo. This is actually where I'm most comfortable in the world, is on top of this beautiful voice. So I thought I'd bring you my motivational talk from the place I'm most comfortable. When Bridget asked me to do the motivational talk, I was surprised and thought, you know, sure, why not? And for me, most of my life, I have lived believing that women should be silent. So, and also believing that I probably don't have much to say that would be of any importance. And that shifted a little bit over the years. Probably started about 5 years ago, so that would have made me 56 years old. So today I'm 61 years old, and I wanted to talk to you guys about a thing I did on Saturday. At the ranch that I work out of, so Raptor U7 Ranch and Wellness Center, is owned by Amy and Brett Manya. And Brett Manya is a rodeo bullfighter. So that's not the same as a rodeo clown. So Brett is the guy that when the rider falls off, Brett and his partner are the guys that intervene and get themselves between those 2,000-pound bulls and the rider. So that is their job. It's like a protection officer, I guess, in the rodeo world. So because rodeos aren't happening during this time, Brett hasn't been working. But he's had a dream for a long time now to bring agriculture and equine therapy together somehow. So creating a wellness program here at the ranch that includes not only what Amy and I do in the equine therapy world, but also something around agriculture. So because Brett's most comfortable flinging himself in front of bulls, what he thought he would do is a one-day workshop called the Ultimate Bullfighting Experience. So when I heard about it, I said to him, hey, I'm happy to help in any way that I can. I can be your gopher, I can run, I can do things, whatever you need. I just want to support. So Brett said to me, well, why don't you participate? And my first answer was no. I'm not going to fling myself in front of bulls. But then he told me kind of what the program was going to be. And I thought, what the hell? Why not? I've decided that saying yes to life is the way I want to live the rest of my life. So I'm comfortable on these guys. I've had these beauties my whole life, but cows and bulls scared the shit out of me. So I thought, what the hell? So there was going to be, well, I'll tell you kind of what the day consisted of. It was learning and doing some of the agility training that these guys do. Then it was learning some of the maneuvers that you do using what they call bull dummies. Then we were going to move a group of yearling bulls, which probably weigh about 1,000 pounds. They're huge. And then anybody that kind of passed the physical assessment could jump in and fight some of these younger heifers that are young and fast and don't know, but they sure want to run after you. So I said yes. So that's what I did. It was amazing. For me, first of all, I didn't think I'd be able to do the physical component of it, all of the agility training. So they had 4 stations set up here. Fast footwork, quick maneuvers back and forth, jumping over things, and doing it over and over again to get faster and more agile. I did them all. I was able to do them all. I was tired and I was breathing heavy, but then when I looked at some of the people that were participating, which were young men, 40-year-old men, they were all sweating. And I was breathing heavy, but I wasn't sweating. So I felt so good about that. I felt like, wow, I did it. And what I went into the experience saying to myself is, all you can do is go in and do your best. Because a lot of my self-talk was saying, I'm gonna fall, I'm gonna make a fool of myself, I'm not gonna be able to do anything, I'm not gonna be able to keep up. And all of this self-talk almost caused me to, at the last minute, not attend. I just pushed through it. I'm like, I am gonna do it. I'm gonna do the best I can as a 61-year-old woman. So that was so empowering for me. I was like, I did it, I did it, I did it. And then we did the dummy work, which was then learning the maneuvers. So the idea is to get near the shoulder of the bull and keep moving in circles, because that's what they do, is they move in circles. And so the safest place to be is at the shoulder of a bull, which still doesn't seem very safe to me, but with a dummy, it's way easier. So the guys that were riding it, so Brett and his friend Ty and another friend Keenan, they were chasing after us with these dummies. And apparently I did like a professional move and I didn't even know it. It's really cool to start to learn what they actually think about when, just before a bull jumps out of the chute with the rider on. To me, that was, I had no idea. So learning about what they need to know about the bulls, about the riders, was amazing. But then the piece de resistance for me that day was that I went into a small enclosure with 6 gigantic young bulls, yearlings. And even though they're only yearlings, they're huge. So I went in, Brett was with me, so that was really great. But my heart was pounding, like the adrenaline was so high that I couldn't even really be in my head. The only place I could be was in my body. And so I moved all 6 of them around the small enclosure, and then the next part was to divide one out. So for me, when a cow looks at me, that scares the shit out of me. So a couple of them turned and looked at me, and I just, Brett, he was right there. But I did it. So I guess for me, when I think about saying yes to life, it's like, do something that causes you to feel just a little bit uncomfortable, and do it anyway. Because what happens is all of the things that we tell ourselves we can't do, if we don't try, that's actually true. But if we try, we can prove to ourselves that we can do it. And we can have experiences that we never dreamed we would ever do. Say yes to life. As a 61-year-old woman, the last thing I want to say in my life is I said yes to life. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Romeo.